Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this Graduate Open series as part of UCL's School of Slavonic and East European Studies. My name's Lisa Walters. I look after admissions and student recruitment. I'm joined by my colleague Katerina, who also works in the admissions team with myself, Ben Chatterley, who's the Programmes Administrator for our Languages and Culture degrees, and Zhenya Drozdova, who is the admissions tutor and a teacher of Russian at the school. So we're going to have a relatively short presentation giving an overview of the master's degrees at UCL CEIS within the language, literature and culture spheres. And then there's plenty of time for questions. Just a heads up that we are recording the presentation, so you may want to keep your cameras off, but we will stop recording after the presentation, and then you're very welcome to put cameras and mics on and ask any questions that you may have. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can also type them in the chat and we'll do our very best to answer them. So over to you, Zhenya.
Thank you very much, Lisa. And hello and welcome everyone to our MA Open series, where we first meet with you online. But as you will see from our presentation later on, there will be also an opportunity to come and visit us in January, which I think is an excellent option to get a feel for the place. And it's always best to kind of see for yourself and establish that human connection with the people and with the place. So we'll start with our languages, literature and culture MA program here at CEIS. You see on this wonderful picture the quad of main quad of UCL, but on the next slide you'll see our own dedicated CEIS building, which is on Taviton Street, close by to Bloomsbury campus and not far from Euston Station, in case some of you are planning to commute. The nearest train station is Euston Station, and this is our beautiful dedicated School of Slavonic and Eastern European Studies building. It is quite a unique place. If we look at the previous slide, unique in the sense that we were founded in 1915 as part of King's College Department of Studying Russian Empire and Russian language. But then in the 1932, CEIS became an independent, first in the UK, independent institution for the study of the area. And when I mean area, CEIS, School of Slavonic and East European Studies, covers Central, Eastern, Southeastern Europe, Russia, of course, the Baltics, the Caucasus, and Central Asia. So stretches as far as from Germany to the far east of Russia, and from the Baltic in the north to the Balkans in the south. But so we were an independent school within University of London until 1999, when we became and now remain part of UCL, part of the Faculty of Arts and Humanities, which is one of the highest ranking in the world. And a couple of years ago, in fact, it was placed first in the Times Higher Education rankings for our specific faculty. So unique we are in that we are the largest academic unit in the UK dedicated to the study of our area, with over 100 of highly dedicated, professional, lovely staff and more than 1,000 students, offering a wide range of degrees from 22 BA degrees to 13 MA to MRes, that is Masters of Research, as well as established PhD program. At the heart of our building is our wonderful award-winning library dedicated to the area. Everything you need for your studies from BA to PhD can be found there. It's open shelf access. We have a wonderful support team working with of librarians who are specialists in a particular area, who are very accessible, very open. You can talk to them and they'll help you in any way you can of accessing any information you may need in the book form, in the printed form, or in electronic form as well. Of course, in addition to that, being part of UCL, you also have access to the UCL library in the Senate House, a 5-10 minute walk from Sears building, as well as, of course, to the British Library, a 10-minute walk towards the King's Cross. And why now you are thinking about your further studies, why would you want to study MA at SEAS? Well, because we are, as I mentioned, a specialist, a highly specialized specialist department in the area that offers expertise in anything from languages to literature, culture, film, history, politics, and even economics. We are, especially in our languages and culture department, we pride ourselves on our small group teaching, especially for languages. Sometimes you will have 1 or 2 students in your language class, depending on the language, of course, and no more than 5-6 students for the Russian language classes. We offer you a wide range of modules from languages at every possible level, from beginners to intermediate, advanced and super advanced for Russian, and certainly beginners and intermediate for other languages of our region. In addition to language modules, depending on the MA program you choose, you will be offered interdisciplinary courses, which you can take. Obviously, most of you compulsory courses will be taken from our MA programs. But in addition to that, there is also an opportunity for you to take courses from other MA programs, both within UCL and also at SEAS, which are related to your area of studies, for example, from anthropology, history, European studies, or even comparative literature departments. In addition to your studies, we also offer a wide range of events. Some are students organized and led. The others are organized and led by our world-famous academics, and others are simply informal gatherings of MA or postgraduate students to discuss events relevant to the field of the study or to the area they are studying. So in our view, it's the best place in the UK to study the region in all its entirety: language, culture, history, and politics. And we can see now on this slide what specific MA offerings in the Department of Language, Literature and Culture you may have. You can do your MA studies either in 1 year, or if you have other commitments like work or family, it can be taken part-time over 2 years. And if the latter is your choice, your dissertation will be in the 2nd year. And within our program, you can study Central and Southeast European Studies MA, or specifically Russian Studies MA. Within both of these programs, you have to choose a specific track, either literature or history or politics. In our program area, languages and culture program area, we do not offer economics modules. However, if you so desire, you may take up to 30 credits of economic modules on any of these studies, on any of these programs of studies. If, of course, you do know that you want to study literature, then if we may again go back to the previous slide, if you do want to study literature and you're certain of it, then do go for Russian and East European literature and culture. As part of Russian studies and Russian and Eastern European literature and culture studies, we offer Russian language, as I mentioned, from any level. You don't have to have studied any European language before, so you can start it from beginners or intermediate or advanced or anywhere in between. If you are already thinking of going into further academia, research, or PhD, you may also be interested in MRes, Master of Research in Eastern European Studies. This is a 2-year program, and it has, unlike Russian studies and Central and Southeastern European studies, it has 2 tracks, in social science or in arts and humanities. And the distinct advantage of this program, for those of you who are indeed thinking of further research and possibly a career in academia, is a dual supervision for your dissertation project, which you will be taking in your 2nd year. Of course, it being a 2-year course, this dissertation is a bit longer than the one you will complete in other master programs. Thank you, Katerina. If we can have a look at the next slide. So yes, this 10 to 12,000 words dissertation doesn't apply to MRes. That's sort of MA in Russian or Central and Eastern European Studies or Russian literature. And generally, how your study will be organized is between the core theory or methods module, whichever track you take, be it literature, history, or politics, you must take those core methods and theory modules. And then you will also have a wide range of elective modules, which could be within the track area or from other tracks, if you believe that this will maybe help you find a job or corresponds to your academic interests. And we, of course, encourage you to choose a language, either to continue developing the language of the region that you already know or have studied before, or to pick up a new language of the ones we are offering. In a minute, we'll show you a wide range of languages that we offer. Either of those options will be excellent, and you don't have to have studied any language at all. Thank you. So on the next slide, we see who teaches our programs. As I said, we have over 100 dedicated, highly trained staff. On the left-hand side, you see William Blacker, who is our specialist in Ukrainian literature and culture. In the middle, Dr. Sarah Young, who is a specialist in Russian 19th century literature, culture, and thought. And on the right-hand side, Dr. Rachel Morley, who specializes in history of film from its very beginnings, when it was silent cinema, to the very latest. And this is the list of the languages we offer here. Not every language, of course, is offered every single year. We offer it pretty much on demand, but these are the languages you can choose. And the next slide here. What other advantages does CEAS give you apart from our academic side of things? It is, of course, the excitement of studying in London that offers you access and collaboration to institutions outside CEAS. We have close links with embassies, Ukrainian Institute, Pushkin House if you're interested in Russian, international partners through business and education, and think tanks, which all enhance our program, because your studies, your academic work, make a significant part, of course, of your program, of your time here. But we very much encourage and involve you into outside activities relating to the area of your studies through these different institutions. We have distinguished speakers worldwide, known worldwide, who come and give lectures to us. We arrange in-house seminars led by our own members of staff, and also students themselves organize informal meetings and seminar series to help you develop the necessary skills, further your knowledge and interest in the area of your studies. And the next slide, these are possible careers, and of course you can read through the list and make your own decisions, but what I would like to highlight here, another unique feature of SEAS is that not only UCL has a wonderful professional careers services, but we do have an in-house careers consultant, Hilary Moore, who is always welcomes students to contact her and speak with her about possibilities of employment and work opportunities, and put you in touch with people who can help you more. And our graduates go on to do a wide range of careers, from academic and teaching to independent consultancy, working for the government and embassies and charities, and of course journalism and publishing too. And our next slide, that these are the examples of different research seminar series. For example, to give you a few examples, to give you an idea of what we offer. For example, we have a seminar for Russian in Russian language, led by our both professors, Professor Svetlana Macmillan and Professor Alex Kruglov, in the Russian language, related to the study of Russia and Russian language. One of the new seminars is Pro Langs. This is an interdisciplinary intersection seminar, not only for Russian, but mainly for languages of South and Eastern Europe, which encourages you to see how the language interacts and changed depending on the political and cultural changes that the region has undergone. We also have Cinema Studies Group, Lunchtime Soviet, Post-Soviet Press Group, where students themselves meet up and informally discuss events in the news that's been interesting, new, relevant to what they've been studying, as well as, of course, public events open to all members of staff and students at UCL that cover anything interesting from culture and music to politics and whatnot. Thank you. On the next slide, you might be wondering, oh, this is all wonderful and lovely. What would you like from me as an applicant? Well, we are looking for a good upper second class or first class degree, usually in a relevant field such as arts and humanities, but not necessarily. More and more, I see that people from social sciences or even economics and maths background coming to extend their knowledge, extend their expertise, and studying humanities. And knowledge of the language here is not compulsory. Even if you've had a break between your studies and did a bit of work, started on your career, please, in your personal statement, do explain why it is that you're looking to study in the arts and humanities area. Why are you interested in this specific region? How is your experience? Maybe through work, maybe through family, maybe through connections you've made while studying. How is it relevant to the study of this of the area and the language you've chosen? This is what I'm, as admissions tutor, be interested in when I'm reading your personal statement. Make it clear. Prove to me that your interest is real and you can see how you would apply it to your future career. Thank you. And now to sort of round up, as I mentioned earlier, we will have our in-person MA meeting, MA and PhD meeting, which is now will be now planned for the 28th of January in the evening. Please sign up for this. Come and see us. It would be very lovely to come and meet our teachers, our lecturers, and have a look at the building, have a feel for the place. Also, please do look through our handbooks, have a very thorough read through the modules available on the SEAS website, and generally do please follow us on social media to show you those events in real life that's taken place that enhance, add on towards your academic knowledge and experience here. So that would be all from me. Thank you very, very much for listening. And now I'm welcoming your questions, and both myself, Ben or Lisa will be happy to answer them.